So, this story begins in the future, where the oxygen levels on Earth have drastically decreased. As a result, all plants and animals on the surface have died. Only a very small number of humans have survived. The remaining humans need oxygen masks at all times to stay alive. In this world, we meet a man named Darius. He was working with his father on something. Suddenly, we see that the area where his father was working collapses. His father falls down, and his oxygen mask accidentally comes off. Before anyone can reach to help him, he dies. A grieving Darius returns home. At home, he has a wife and a daughter. Darius's father's death deeply saddens them as well. Darius's wife, Maya, is a biologist, while Darius himself is an engineer. Together, they had built a machine that maintained oxygen levels in their home and filtered the outside air before bringing it in. Thanks to this, they could survive in their underground bunker without masks. Their bunker had everything they needed, and if they ever required anything, they would wear oxygen masks and venture out to retrieve it. Darius tells Maya, "Tomorrow, I will go out to perform my father's last rite, and no one will come with me because we have very limited oxygen resources." Suddenly, he hears a beep from their oxygen machine system. He checks it and realizes that the oxygen levels on the surface have dropped even further. Now their machine could no longer produce enough oxygen for 3 people to survive. It could only generate oxygen sufficient for 2 people. This deeply troubles him. The next morning, as he prepares to leave for his father's last rite, he tells his daughter, "Take care of your mother, check the generator frequently, and ensure there are no issues with the machine." His daughter believed that Darius would return by evening, but after that evening, he never came back. 6 months passed. They didn't go looking for him because stepping outside would mean certain death. Now, only Maya and Zora were left. They still believed that Darius would return one day. The two of them lived and cared for each other deeply. Maya, being a biologist, had started venturing out occasionally, hoping that she could somehow revive the earth. Every day, she planted seeds outside, hoping that at least one plant would grow, but every plant she had planted so far had died. Zora missed her father terribly and had grown tired of waiting. She told Maya, "I want to go outside. I want to try and find my father." Maya replied, "Enough, Zora. I've told you so many times that we cannot go outside." Zora became upset and stopped talking to her mother, but regardless of her anger, the next day when Maya went outside to plant seeds, Zora apologized to her. Before they could return to their bunker, they noticed 2 people nearby. They hid behind a vehicle to avoid being seen. Maya observed that the 2 individuals approached their bunker and started knocking loudly as if they knew someone lived there. Watching this, Zora said to Maya, "I think they need help," but Maya knew well that in this world, no one could be trusted anymore. Their plan was to wait until the 2 people left and then quickly run back into their bunker to hide. However, before the 2 strangers could leave, Maya and Zora's oxygen machine started beeping as the oxygen levels had dropped significantly. One of the women in the group noticed them. As she approached, she found no one there because Maya and Zora had already fled back to their bunker. The woman's companion, who was on the roof of the bunker, shouted to her, "Look behind you! Look behind you!" Before the woman could turn around, Maya and Zora pushed her aside and quickly entered their bunker. The woman stood outside, shouting, "Please listen to me. We just need your help." But Maya didn't listen to a word. Inside the bunker, Maya and Zora spoke to the 2 strangers through a window on the roof and told them, "Leave this place." The woman replied, "No, I can't leave without your help. Look, there's a camp of 100 people not far from here, and everyone's lives are in danger. If you don't help us, everyone will die. I know about you, your daughter, and your husband very well. Your husband's name is Darius. He was my friend. You're Maya, and your daughter's name is Zora. Look, I know everything. I just need your help to look at your bunker's oxygen filtration system, which Darius told me about. Hundreds of people live in our camp, and we have the same filtration system. There's a fault in ours. I just need to examine your system to figure out how to fix ours for the upcoming season." Maya replied, "I wasn't told anything about you. I don't trust you at all. You can't come into the bunker because there's only enough oxygen for 2 people. If you come in, we'll die too." The woman pleaded, "Please, we won't take much of your time. Just give me the blueprint of the machine." Maya insisted they leave, but the strangers didn't budge. Watching this, Zora told Maya, "I think we should help them. They know about us. They know about Darius. It's possible that they know where Darius is, or that he might even be with them." Reluctantly, Maya agreed to let them in, but remained cautious and distrustful. She first comes out herself and frees all their captives at gunpoint. The girl's name was Tess. Maya ties Tess' companion's hand and throws him to the ground, whatever they managed to do. Now, just as Maya was about to take the 2 of them captive to her bunker, their 3rd companion also arrived. He had a gun in his hand. Maya felt threatened by him, so she shot him, injuring his shoulder. Maya no longer trusted these people. She didn't want to take them inside her bunker, but when Maya herself started going inside the bunker, the injured man forcibly entered the bunker as well, whom Maya took captive. Tess and her other companion, who were left outside the bunker, tried to request Maya again. "Look, please let us in. It's very important for us to come inside." But Maya's trust in them was completely broken. Tess tried to explain, "Look, that 3rd companion didn't know anything about you. He thought you were harming us, so he shot at you." But Maya wasn't one to listen. Now Tess' companion told Tess, "Look, we've seen enough of your plan. We're running out of time. time. If we don't act, everyone might die. Now I'll do things my way. His actual plan was to break Maya's bunker door and forcibly enter her home. But Maya wasn't just any ordinary captive. She was aware of all their plans. As soon as they tried to break into her bunker, Maya used a system installed in her door to shock their drill, rendering it useless, and thus their plan to enter Maya's bunker failed again. Now they made a new plan, under which Tess climbed on top of Maya's bunker to find the pipe through which air entered their filter. According to the plan, Tess had told her companion to stand outside the bunker gate. As soon as Maya comes out, grab her. The assignment was to block their filter pipe, which drastically reduced the oxygen level in their bunker. The idea was to force Maya to come out. That's why she told her companion to stay at the gate. But when her companion didn't listen to her, he failed to grab Maya when she came out. Seizing the opportunity, Maya climbed on top of her bunker and reopened the pipe. After opening the pipe, Maya started shooting at Tess and her companion, but luckily, they both survived the attack. Tess was very angry with her companion because their plan failed because of him. Maya was still hiding on top of her bunker. As soon as Tess realized this, she also climbed up the bunker and captured Maya. They forcibly brought Maya in front of the bunker's CCTV and shouted, "Open the door or we'll kill your mother." This door could only be opened with a pass from outside or from inside, but Maya hadn't brought the outside pass, and the situation inside had deteriorated. Meanwhile, the person Maya had taken captive managed to free himself after she left and captured Maya. He had lost a lot of blood. In such a condition, he died, and poor Zora was no longer capable of opening the gate. Zora couldn't even communicate her situation to them because the gate's microphone was far from her, and she was tightly bound. However, she tried her best and somehow brought the microphone closer to her and started speaking into it. She told them that the captive man had died from blood loss and had tied her up before dying, so she couldn't open the door. Hearing this, Tess and her companion became very angry. Tess said, "Look, your daughter is also trapped inside. What will you do to save her? What can you do to open this bunker?" She replied, "There's only one way, but we'll have to go very far for it. There's another pass which Darius had, but Darius doesn't know. He left home 6 months ago and hasn't returned since." Here, a big truth was revealed. Maya knew that Darius was dead because she had found a letter from Darius stating that there was only enough oxygen in their bunker for 2 people, and to save them both, he had sacrificed himself. She said, "I want to know where Darius might be right now." To retrieve the pass from Darius, Tess took Maya along and strictly instructed her companion to stay in front of the door. She also revealed that if they thought their machine was very efficient, it wasn't. Its oxygen level was rapidly decreasing. A time would come when it would only produce oxygen for 1 person. In such a situation, they had very little time left. They were also trying to modify the machine themselves. All these things and Darius's death were hidden by Maya from Zora. After traveling a short distance, Maya finally found Darius's corpse, and seeing it, she couldn't control herself. She started crying. Tess said, "Maya, we don't have much time. Come on, hurry up. We're running out of oxygen too." While rummaging through the bag, they found a gun. They kept the gun with them. Maya could have killed Tess here and returned alone, but she chose to help Tess because somewhere she had started trusting her. Without wasting time, they now needed to return to Maya's bunker. But unfortunately, the solar battery of the car they had used to come here ran out. Maya's leg was severely injured and she couldn't walk. Returning became a huge challenge for them. The Tess says to Maya, "You wait here for a while. Give me the bunker key. I promise I will come back for you." Trusting her had become even more difficult for Maya. She points a gun at Tess, and Tess in turn points her gun at Maya and says, "Maya, look, don't make any mistakes. Your daughter's life is also in danger there. If you want to save your daughter, give me the key. I promise I will come back for you." For the sake of her daughter, Maya agrees to give her the key. After a few hours of effort, Tess rushes back to the bunker. There, someone was already present along with Tess. These people now go inside the bunker, and seeing them, Zora becomes anxious. She asks them, "Where is my mother?" Maya says she is fine. Her leg was injured, so she couldn't come here, but she is alive. Zora asks, "Did you find another companion?" "This was my Darius's key." Tess didn't want to hurt her, but she had to tell her that her Darius had died 6 months ago. Hearing this, Tess' other companion points a gun at Tess in anger and says, "Come on, do your job. Quickly give me the blueprint." But Tess tells him, "Wait, I need some time. You do this work. I need to go outside to save someone." However, this man points a gun at Zora and says, "I just need the blueprints of this machine. If you don't give them to me, I will have no choice but to kill this girl." Tess opens their filtration machine but doesn't understand anything. She then tells the truth to her other companion, her boss. She says, "I didn't know. I only heard these people's conversations on the radio. We need to bring this machine to check it. Anyway, this machine is not very big. It can only save 2 people." Hearing this, the man shoots shoots Test because he wanted to survive himself. Seeing Test die, Zora becomes terrified as she is now trapped here with this madman. Since Zora also learned that in a few days, this machine would only produce oxygen for one person, she realized that this man would likely plan to kill her as well in a few days. The night passes like this. Zora keeps crying while the scene shifts to show Zora's mother, Maya, who was still stuck there. By morning, when Test didn't return, she realized that Test had betrayed her. Her oxygen cylinder was also running low, but luck was on her side. By morning, sunlight arrived and her car got charged, which she quickly used to reach her bunker. Upon arriving at the bunker, the first thing she does is shut off the air filtration pipe so that oxygen inside is cut off, forcing the people occupying her bunker to come outside. When the internal system malfunctions, the man tries to enter the bunker. He asks, "What happened? How can this be fixed?" He didn't know how to do anything. Then Zora explains, "Often there are issues with the solar system. It can be fixed." To fix it, the man sends Zora outside, where she meets Maya. They are very happy to see each other and hug each other. Together, they fix the system, and when Zora tries to re-enter the bunker, the man takes her hostage. Now there was only one way to get her out, shutting off the air filtration pipe again. As soon as they shut off the air filtration pipe, the man comes out due to a lack of oxygen, and as soon as he steps out, Maya shoots him. The attack doesn't kill him, but only injures him. Maya and Zora quickly rush toward their bunker gate, but the man forcibly enters the gate with them. Upon entering, they discover that the man had tried to fix the system himself, which had completely destroyed it. Many gases had spread inside. At the same time, he also pointed a gun at them. Maya explains, "Wait, don't fire that gun. If you fire it, there will be a fire here. The system is completely ruined," but he doesn't believe them. He doesn't listen to them and fires the gun. This causes a fire, and many people die. Both Maya and Zora had oxygen masks on, so they managed to escape the bunker. Their oxygen tanks didn't have much oxygen left either. Now they had nowhere to stay as their bunker was destroyed. Their only hope of survival was the place Test had told them about, where she mentioned hundreds of people lived. After a long journey, their oxygen tanks run out, and they both pass out. When they regain consciousness, they find out someone had rescued them, and that they had fainted near the community Test had told them about. This community indeed existed, and many people lived there. Maya and Zora started living there as well. The people in this community were kind and helpful to each other. Maya and Zora also helped them and built many more air filtration plants for the community. Maya, being a biologist, discovered ways to grow plants even in harsh conditions. Plants began to grow, and hope arose among the people that the environment would eventually return to its former state. It might take time, but it would happen. Maya and Zora were very happy with their success. The story ends here.